Time keeps changing lanes, shifting gears, racing down the road that disappears. We've been reinventing all these years, sometimes with laughter, sometimes with tears, and often stalled by our hidden fears. But it's never too late to shift gears. And surprisingly, lives galvanize into amazing careers. Good afternoon, this is Shibani Kashyap, singer, composer, live performer, music producer, and tremendously happy and pleased to be on this wonderful platform, TEDxCRCE, to motivate and inspire the youth. My musical journey began as a little girl when I was in my school choir, in school singing in the school assembly every morning. One day, gears shifted. Well, how? I was selected as a lead singer of the choir. And I was absolutely overjoyed and thrilled, and I thought I had arrived. But this was just a baby little step towards becoming a singer. I started representing my school in all the inter-school music competitions, winning the trophy back to my school, becoming popular, and then started my riyaz and my music practice in full force, because then there were expectations from me. On one hand, I had to study and score well in my studies as well, and on the other, I had to bring back the trophy home, which means I had to excel in my singing and keep practicing. One day, I was approached by the All India Sangam Kala group to participate in the National Vocal Music Competition, which was being judged by the legendary Jagjit Singh Ji. The pressure began even more, and I had to really practice twice as harder than I was already. And yes, I came first, and I was told by the legend that Shibani, you must become a singer. This should be your path. And yes, I felt that this was a sign and symbol, and on my journey, I had to rev up my gears. Now, the time had come where I had to truly inculcate music as a part of my being and as a part of my future. And then life went on with many more musical competitions and musical dramas in school, and well, it just went on a cruise mode. Since we're talking about shifting gears, I've always felt that this is a very relevant topic. So I'd like to really say that I'm very happy and thrilled that we're talking about this and equating it to our life. Life is like a journey. You know, I've always felt that I'm in a car and I'm driving through life. And yes, at this point in time, my life was on a cruise mode because, you know, I've been practicing for all the musical competitions, winning all of them. But there was something bigger in store for me. Yes, I had to shift my gears further because it's all about the upgrade, it's all about reinvention. So, well, what happened next was I had the good fortune of meeting Loy Mendonza, a very celebrated music composer who came to our school those days and selected me to be a part of a musical. And one day while we were practicing in the musical, he asked me to compose a song. He said, "Can you write songs?" I said, let me try. And actually, it just came out spontaneously. And that's when I realized and discovered that I could compose and write music as well. You've got the music coming night and day. FM, it's ready for you. In the morning, or late at night. Whoa, you gotta let the music play. A.I.R F.M stereo all the time on All India Radio. Well, hello, meet my best friend, my best companion, my guitar. So yes, does this jingle, does this song ring a bell? So this is how I shifted my gears by becoming a professional singer. So this was my very first jingle that I sang for the All India Radio FM. And also a very proud moment for me because Indian radio was going through a complete change. From shortwave, it became absolutely stereo and 24/7, and A.I.R.F.M was launched, that too in my voice with this signature tune which you just heard. And this used to play 24 times in a day, 24 hours. And of course, everybody started recognizing this song, this jingle, but nobody really knew who it was. So, jingle singers are unsung heroes. Well, I had to make a shift from that too. So, I had to shift my gears ahead. And I then decided to, enter the big bad world of Bollywood and the world of entertainment. In the summer of 1997, while I was in college, I remember taking a holiday, a focused holiday to Mumbai city, the city of dreams, for the very first time. And I walked straight in to the office of HMV, my most, I would say, it was the most sought after music label. And I was determined that I'm going to get here and I'm going to actually try and sign a music album with them. But it wasn't so easy. Of course, I carried my audio tape, which had a lot of jingles that I had sung so far, especially the one that the All India Radio FM jingle. And yes, a lot of interest was showed in my voice because this jingle was very popular and nobody knew that I had really sung it. A week later, I got a call from them saying that I have been selected, and yes, my very first album, Ho Gayi Hai Mohabbat, happened. And of course, I think that was the beginning of a lovely journey ahead for me as a pop singer, as a pop star. I began my career as a pop star in the age of audio tapes, in the age of very organic music when there used to be spools, half-inch spools and audio tapes. And then I saw the shift to the digital age when all the albums used to be released on CDs now. CDs happened. So coming from an age of audio tapes and records, one saw this change and it was interesting, but it was always like, oh my gosh, how do I adapt? But as we say that reinvention is the name of the game. Every singer in India, every artist in India always has this dream to be a part of Bollywood, the silver screen, cinema. And I had to fulfill this dream because, of course, that's the big picture. So I felt that, okay, now, my journey was going just the way I had planned it. And I approached a filmmaker, Shashank Ghosh, who was then writing a film called Vaisa Bhi Hota Hai Part 2. And I had this song called Sajna Abhi Ja, and fortunately he just loved the song. I had composed this song and he said, I'm going to make this as a part of the film. And of course, it happened, and till date, this is one of my most historic and popular songs. And thank you all for the love and the blessings and the wishes and the support that all my fans, all of you have always given me. So yes, so Bollywood also happened, and with this one song, of course, it led the way to many more songs and many more films, 17 films at least. I did, back to back films like Zinda Hu Main, Rohit Shetty, Sunday, the National Award winning film 1971, and so many more. And so this was a very interesting part of the journey because film songs and playback singing is an absolutely different ball game, as they say, because a song has to be one has to be really adhering to the situation of the film, promote the film, and the song has to be really relevant to the film. So that was something which was new, which came into my being. But I have to proudly say that when I started my career as a Bollywood singer and composer with the film Vaisa Bhi Hota Hai Part 2, there was again a major shift which happened in Bollywood, because up until then, people didn't really recognize the singers, the voices. They didn't know they couldn't put a face to the voice. But very fortunately, we did something very path-breaking with this film. Shashank actually picturized the song on me, and everyone, my fans and everyone, started recognizing who the singer of this particular song is. And we somehow set a trend, and then of course, the other films that I did, there used to be promotional music videos with the actors of the film along with the singer. And so this is something which I would say was a major shift in gears. And I think it really truly helped the artist and the singer a lot, because the recognition really and truly mattered. Sometimes I feel that it's never enough. It's the hunger that actually keeps you going. And it was my hunger, and that still is a major hunger to go on, evolve, and achieve more and more. Besides being a playback singer, a studio session musician, music producer, composer, I've always wanted to excel and perform live. The passion of performing live was something that I wanted to explore, which I did. It's been 20 years, successful years of actually performing live, not just in India, but all over the world. And I've done so many concerts, different kinds of concerts, corporate shows, I've done concerts in colleges, public concerts, social concerts. But what makes me immensely proud is the fact that I'm an impaneled artist of the Indian Council for Cultural Relations, wherein every 3 years I'm sent to different countries to represent my country's culture, and that's what is a huge matter of pride for me, to represent my nation. So, well, this was about my live performances journey, and coming back to social media, which is the need of the hour today, especially today. I remember in 2016, I made a song called Wanna Be Free, which actually criticized and was a song which talked about the addiction of social media, how badly addicted we'd become to social media. And it was a message, because I like to make songs with social messages. But today, in 2020, we can't really do without social media, can we? Things have changed absolutely. Life just came to a standstill. Life came to a halt with this pandemic, with Corona, with COVID times. And artists like us, and I'm sure everybody in the world, in every field, things just came to a standstill and a halt. And that's when I realized that, what is remodifying or reinvention or just like a rebirth. One had to do something new. One had to remodify to these times. And this is when shifting gears is the most relevant at this time in 2020. Everything is changing. It's the new normal. We have to take precautions. We can't be in very crowded areas. Our concerts got cancelled, shoots got cancelled. There is something which, everything just went through a complete sea change. Only survival was the name of the game. That's when I completely worked on myself to remodify myself. I was this singer, like a diva, always just, working on my songs, playing my guitar, just, focusing on recording my music. But technology was something which I really used to stay far and away from. And I was so technology phobic. I didn't even know how to actually do an Insta session live or things like that. I used to have a team spoon feeding me and pampering me all the time. But as they say, necessity is the mother of invention. And I really had to empower myself with technology, learn the technology game, do research. And yes, I can now proudly say that after doing all that and researching and learning, and of course, with the help of my family and my near loved ones and my team, I actually, was successful in doing many virtual concerts, and I still am doing that, webinars, and of course, like the way we are connecting today, we're doing it. This is the first time that I'm doing a TED talk online. So this is what the new normal has brought us to. So we have to really modify ourselves to the times, to adjust ourselves, to accommodate, to reinvent, and the keyword today is to shift gears. That's what actually helps us for the show to go on. The show must go on, and it has to go on. At the beginning of the lockdown, I made a little song on Corona, like a social message, which of course I'm going to sing a bit right now for all of you. And while going, I just have to tell you all that there's nothing more relevant than shifting gears. And I hope you like that little limerick, the poem that I just recited at the beginning of this talk, that pretty much has the essence of what I've been talking about. I wish you all the very best in whatever you want to do. Just be very open minded, be unique, always be open to reinvention, always be open to change, and shifting gears is the name of the game. दुनिया बढ़ाना, नज़दीकियाँ बढ़ाना, नमस्ते ये कहना, घर के ये रहना, social distancing, बार-बार hand washing, social distancing, बार-बार hand washing करते रहना। कोरोना को है हराना, डर को भगाना। Go Corona go, go Corona go, go Corona go, go Corona go. I hope you like that simple, straightforward, but strong message. And now I'm going to sing a song that I had composed, which talks about my story. Just a few lines for all of you. सदियों से लिखती आई खूबसूरत कहानी, आँखों में भरे कई सपनों के रंग, आसमानी, a dreamer and achiever, that's who I am. I'm a woman, I'm a girl, this is my story. I'm a woman, I'm a girl, this is my story. Excitement भरा मेरा आज है, सर पे खुशियों का ताज है, जब चाहे चले मर्जी मेरी, दुनिया को मुझ पे नाज है। I reach for the stars, I die for the